NBA, where LeBron's future remains up in the air. The 41-year-old is one of the biggest names on the market this offseason, but can only negotiate with the Lakers until free agency officially opens on Tuesday. In the meantime, everyone seems to be chiming in on where they want to see LeBron sign, including Kevin Garnett on his podcast.
He's doing a farewell tour, and this is his last hurrah. I would like to see him in Cleveland. Y'all got to remember, when Bron is back in Cleveland, Cleveland's market, economy, the economy goes up when Bron is there, bro. Everybody made money when Bron was there. Yeah. I'm talking about, listen, you go through that, it is a ghost town with Bron there. Man, they got 6, 7 new restaurants. They got this over that. They got lounges, bro. The casino right there. Everybody, they get every home game sold out, bro. Yeah. Bro, you got to bring him back to Cleveland, bro.
I mean, if LeBron goes back to Cleveland, does that mean we get the fun guys trip Instagram stories that we've been getting from that 2016 team, repeating that? As long as that happens, I'm good with it. But, Shams, what is the latest that you're hearing right now on LeBron's future as it pertains to the Lakers?
The Lakers have been pursuing parallel paths so far this offseason. One is their own free agents, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, and then Rui Hachimura in that order. So they got Austin Reeves done, right? 4 years, $185 million max contract. So now it's on LeBron and Rui Hachimura. But the other path that they've been doing is they've got about $50 million in cap space. They've been seeking out trade suitors. Who can we trade for and absorb and bring into this $50 million? And if they are able to find a player or two to put in there, that impacts what they can offer LeBron. And so it's pursuing both of those, and they have been very active in doing the trade aspect of all of this. So my understanding is there hasn't been an offer out to LeBron James yet as far as his free agency. We'll see how that develops over the next 4 or 5 days when free agency starts. But a lot of it is like, how much can we upgrade the roster and then potentially go back to LeBron? Or do you take care of LeBron first and then figure out any type of potential roster move?
You mentioned the $50 million in cap space. I mean, in theory, they have that, but there's also the DeAndre Ayton player option. Marcus Smart has the player option. So slowly, Vince, some of those, that number's going to dwindle a little bit and what they're going to be able to offer LeBron James. But you hear Kevin Garnett there. He made his pitch. Very, very good one, by the way, about why LeBron should go back to Cleveland. Do you think that he'd be better off leaving L.A.?
No, I don't think he'd be better off leaving L.A. The question is, would L.A. be better off not having LeBron? And I think the answer to both those questions is no. I think LeBron and the Lakers need each other. It's just a matter of figuring out what number is best to field a reasonable contender. I don't think LeBron at this stage of his career is winning a championship. He's going to be 42 years old in December, and he's worth so much more than a veteran minimum or a mid-level contract, which is going to be $15 million. But when you're the Lakers, you have the first time in the time since LeBron has been there. LeBron is not the first priority. Luka Doncic is. And how is LeBron going to be able to handle dealing with that? Because LeBron's needs and Luka's needs are two totally different things, and that's what makes this all the more fascinating.
Well, Tim, I mean, you hear what Vince says there about he's better off in Los Angeles. So does LeBron need to take less money, effectively a team-friendly deal here, but not some?
I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that LeBron James' future with the Lakers is uncertain. I mean, we've been talking about this for weeks now, and it's still hard to believe that the Kings' time in Los Angeles might be coming to an end. As I listen to Kevin Garnett's pitch for why LeBron should return to Cleveland, I have to ask myself, is it really possible that LeBron would consider leaving the Lakers? I think it's interesting that Kevin Garnett brings up the point that the economy in Cleveland flourishes when LeBron is there. He talks about how the city becomes a ghost town when LeBron is not playing for the Cavaliers, but when he is, new restaurants, lounges, and businesses pop up, and the casino is always packed. It's a compelling argument, but I'm not sure that's enough to convince LeBron to leave the Lakers. As I delve deeper into the conversation, I start to think about what the Lakers need to do to keep LeBron. It's clear that they have to figure out a way to upgrade their roster, but they also have to be mindful of their cap space. They've got about $50 million to play with, but that number is going to dwindle quickly if they start making moves. I think it's fascinating that the Lakers are pursuing parallel paths, trying to re-sign their own free agents while also seeking out trade suitors. It's a complex situation, and I'm not sure how it's all going to play out. One thing that's certain is that the Lakers need to prioritize their long-term view. They can't just focus on keeping LeBron happy, they have to think about what's best for the team. Luka Doncic is the future of the franchise, and they need to make sure they're building a roster that can compete with the best teams in the league. I think it's interesting that the Lakers are trying to balance their desire to keep LeBron with their need to upgrade their roster. It's a delicate dance, and I'm not sure they can pull it off. As I continue to listen to the conversation, I start to think about what LeBron's priorities are. Is he still focused on winning championships, or is he more concerned with his legacy and his business ventures? I think it's possible that LeBron is at a point in his career where he's thinking more about his legacy than his next championship. He's 41 years old, and he's been playing at an elite level for over 20 years. He's got to be thinking about what's next, and how he wants to be remembered. I also think about the fact that the Lakers have promised Luka Doncic that they'll upgrade the roster this summer. They need to deliver on that promise, and they need to make sure they're building a team that can compete with the best teams in the league. I think it's fascinating that the Lakers are trying to navigate this situation, and I'm not sure how it's all going to play out. Will they be able to keep LeBron happy, or will they have to make some tough decisions to prioritize their long-term view? As the conversation comes to a close, I'm left more questions than answers. What will the Lakers do to keep LeBron? Will they be able to upgrade their roster and compete with the best teams in the league? I think it's going to be a fascinating summer, and I'm excited to see how it all plays out. I'm sure that LeBron will make the decision that's best for him, and I'm not sure what that will be. But one thing is certain, the NBA is always full of surprises, and this summer is shaping up to be one of the most interesting in recent memory. I think it's also worth considering the fact that LeBron has been in this situation before. He's been a free agent several times, and he's always managed to come out on top. He's a savvy businessman, and he knows how to navigate the NBA's complex landscape. I think it's possible that LeBron will use his leverage to get what he wants, whether that's a max contract or a chance to play with a competitive team. As I reflect on the conversation, I'm struck by the complexity of the situation. There are so many factors at play, and it's hard to predict what will happen. But one thing is certain, the Lakers need to prioritize their long-term view. They can't just focus on keeping LeBron happy, they have to think about what's best for the team. I think it's fascinating that the Lakers are trying to navigate this situation, and I'm not sure how it's all going to play out. I also think about the fact that the NBA is a league that's always changing. Teams are always trying to improve, and players are always looking for new challenges. I think it's possible that LeBron will look at the Lakers roster and decide that it's not competitive enough. He might look at other teams, like the Warriors or the Celtics, and decide that they have a better chance of winning a championship. I think it's fascinating that the NBA is always full of surprises, and this summer is shaping up to be one of the most interesting in recent memory. As I continue to think about the situation, I start to wonder what the future holds for LeBron and the Lakers. Will they be able to come to an agreement, or will LeBron decide to leave? I think it's possible that LeBron will take a team-friendly deal, but I'm not sure what that would look like. Would he take a pay cut to help the Lakers upgrade their roster, or would he look for a max contract elsewhere? I think it's fascinating that the Lakers are trying to navigate this situation, and I'm not sure how it's all going to play out. I think it's also worth considering the fact that the Lakers have a lot of young talent on their roster. They've got players like Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura, who are just starting to develop. I think it's possible that the Lakers will try to build around these players, and use their cap space to sign some veteran free agents. I think it's fascinating that the Lakers are trying to navigate this situation, and I'm not sure how it's all going to play out. As the conversation comes to a close, I'm left with more questions than answers. What will the Lakers do to keep LeBron? Will they be able to upgrade their roster and compete with the best teams in the league? I think it's going to be a fascinating summer, and I'm excited to see how it all plays out. I'm sure that LeBron will make the decision that's best for him, and I'm not sure what that will be. But one thing is certain, the NBA is always full of surprises, and this summer is shaping up to be one of the most interesting in recent memory.